Right guys, a few people have been asking me regarding question 17, so let's just have a look at this one together. We've got two closed containers and four balls just fit inside each container. Okay, so we've got container A. Now container A, the key characteristic of this one here at the moment is the fact that it's a cylinder shape. Okay, and I'm just going to put the bottom on there because that's going to help me out in a minute. And then we've also got container B. Now container B is obviously a cuboid. Okay, and I think we might actually start with the cuboid in a minute. All right, now we've got that. It then says each ball has a diameter of 60 millimeters. So if we looked at the ball as if it was two-dimensional, all right, the diameter of it, so going from one side to the other, all right, is 60. Okay, and it's 60 mils. So just put millimeters just to remember it over there. Okay, now the question says which container has the smallest surface area. Okay, so we need to work out which one has got the smallest surface area. Is it container A or is it container B? All right, now let's have a look at this one here first. Okay, now we need to get our dimensions for this container first. So let's have a look at container B to start me off. Okay, now to work out the surface area, I need to work out the area of this part here. All right, double it. Why double it? Well, it's because I've actually got exactly the same just behind it here. Okay, so I've actually got that one there. So that's why when I work out the area of this, I times it by 2 to give me the area. Okay, so if we just put the area of front face, okay, equals. Now, the problem is we haven't got any dimensions to it. So let's have a look at these here. If you have a think of it, this ball here, okay, has got a diameter of 60 millimeters, which means that the height of the box must be 60. Okay, now this length here going across is obviously 2 diameters, okay, which gives me 120 millimeters. And again, going back, we've got 2 balls, so if you just think of it like this here, all right, you've got 2 of them going back, so it's that and that there. And because it just fits in, we assume that it goes right up to the edge of the box. Okay, so if we've got 2 diameters there, that gives me 120 millimeters. Okay, right, now I've got that, I can work out my front face. So my front face, we do 60 times it by 120, okay, to work out the front area, which gives me 7,200. And we double that because not only have we got the front, but we've also got the back as well. Okay, so times that by 2, that gives me 1,400. Sorry, I'm doing my whole maths wrong here. 14,400 millimeters. Okay, so that's the front face there. Now, if we think of it, the next face here is going to be exactly the same. Okay, because we've actually got, if I just change my pen color so you can see it, that height there is still going to be 60, and that distance there is still going to be 120. So we can actually put on the side here, if I just put do it on there, if we put area of sides is exactly the same, so it's 14,400 millimeters. Okay, so we've got that one. Now the only one that we haven't got is the top and the bottom. So if we change the pen color here, we've got top and bottom. Okay, now we really need to think about this carefully. All right, pause just at a moment. All right, so top and bottom. Now we've got that there, which is 120. We've also got that one there, which is also 120. Okay, and we're going to double it because what's on the top is exactly the same as what's on the bottom. Okay, so we've got 120 times 120, which gives me obviously that there. Okay, and then we're going to times that by 2. Okay, that gives me in total, gives me 28,800. Okay, now the total surface area, the TSA I call it, is this one, add that one, add that one. Okay, so we've got 28,800 plus 14,400 plus 14,400. Okay, and that gives me a total of 57600. And because it's an area, it's millimeters squared. Okay, right. Now, that one there is the easy one of the two. This next one here, the cylinder, is not so pretty. Okay, now think of it like this one. We've got one ball that goes across the top here, so we know that the diameter of that top part there is 60. Okay, now we don't really know much else. In fact, actually what we do know is the fact that go from there to there to there to there, there's 4 lots of 60 millimeters, okay, because it's got diameter, 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 diameter. So we've got 4 times 60, which gives me 240, okay. And again, these are both in mils. Now, we need to work out the total surface area, okay. Not an easy question with this one. So we need to think about the net of this shape, okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly flick over to the other side here. We've just done that one, so let's have a look at this one here. Okay, right, now we've got this shape. As we said, we know that my cylinder looks like that. We know that that's 60 millimeters, and we know that that's 240 millimeters. Okay, and the 60 is going all the way across. Okay, now what we've got to do with this one here, we've got to think of the net of this shape. Okay, now if we was to strip everything off here, I'd obviously have a circle on the top, and I'd also have a circle at the bottom. Okay, so there's my circle at the bottom if you can't see it. Now, what we need to think about now is the distance between these two circles, okay, which is 240, okay, because it's from here. But the problem is that I don't know is this part here. Think of a can of Coke or a bottle of Coke if you wrap it up in paper, okay, all the way around here, okay. When I fold it open, I'm sure that you've all got a bottle of Coke that you've had and you've taken off the wrapper. It always gives you a rectangle, okay. So you've got something like that. Now we know that this part here is 240, but what we don't know is this part here, okay. Now this part here is actually the circumference of one of the circles, okay, if we can spell, there we go, okay. So I need to work out the circumference of my circle there. Alright, now first of all, before we do anything to do with this rectangle, because that's quite difficult to understand, okay, let's work out the area of my two circles. So area of circles times 2. So we know that it's pi times r squared. So we've got pi times it by 30 squared. Be careful because that there is the diameter. So we do pi times it by 30 squared, which gives me an answer of 2,827.433388. Okay, and again, millimeters squared. Now we times this here by 2, okay, because we've got two circles, one there and one there, one at the top, one at the bottom. So times that by 2, that gives me 5654.866776. Okay, told you it was a long question. Alright, so that there is my area of my circles. Now we need to work out this area of this rectangle, and I've got my total surface area. So that's 240. Now this part here we said was the circumference. So from the other day we've got c equals pi times my diameter. So we've got pi times it by 60, which gives me 188.4955592. Okay, now to work out the total area of this here, we multiply those two numbers together. So we get, keep a number in a calculator, 188.4955592, multiply that by 240. Okay, that gives me 45,238.93421. Then I'm nearly there because what I've got to do is take that, and bung them together. Okay, so we've got my answer from this here plus 5654.866776, and that gives me 50,893.800099 millimeters squared. So what we need to do now is we need to look at which answer was the smallest, because that's what's been asking. Okay, now this here was container, oh, I rubbed it out. This here was container B, and the previous one was container A. So because I flick forward, I'm just going to write container A over here. So container A was 50,893.899 millimeters squared. All right, we look at which one is the smaller one. Okay, now the smaller one is quite clearly out of 50,893 and 57,600. We know clearly that this one here is the smaller one. Okay, and make sure that at the very end you put A is smaller, because that's what my answer is. Alright, not an easy question, it is a massive marker, alright, but you've got to remember on a higher tier paper for 5 marks, you're going to do a lot of work for it. Okay, Hopefully this has helped a few of you out. Give me a shout if you need any more. See you later.